What's going on, everyone? I hope you're very well. Hope you're having a very nice day. Today we're going to record a very interesting video, and I thought I'd start it by showing you a couple of the projects that we've been featuring in the past weeks and what they look like today. Right, so this is the first one. I think this is the last one we worked in, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, we planted a little bit of moss. See, sorry, I was trying to adjust the brightness, and yeah, we see that it's nice. A little bit of microfauna there, yeah. So the moss is nice and green. There's another one over here. Let's see. Same thing, right? The moss is nice and green. It's been growing nicely. This valley is not the best. Rocks are getting covered in moss. Oops, let's see. There we go. Very nice looking moss. And to continue with the tiny little terrariums, we can see this one over here. Same thing, same deal. Moss is growing nicely. There we go. So yeah, pretty happy with what's been going on. And this is the last one we worked on, yeah. Moss and the aquarium plants are growing in. Bucephalandras are looking happy. So yeah, it's looking good. So anyway, as you can guess from the title of the video, we're not gonna be taking a look at terrariums today. This is an aquarium video, and so let's take a look at the one we're gonna be working with today. Yeah. So it's this little guy. We can see that there's a huge crack going all the way around the circumference of the aquarium, and you can see that the water level has been suffering because of that. Yeah, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the Zebra Danios. I've already removed one, but they're very tricky to catch. So I'm going to remove all of the zebras and place them in another aquarium. Well, they stay momentarily, and I'm going to start the process of moving these plants to other aquariums. Yeah, so I'm going to continue planting aquariums with these plants in the next coming weeks. So yeah, it'll be nice to have more aquariums. It'll be nice to see how the plants react to a different environment. Okay, so what we're going to do today is get some of the plants, get some of these plants, this Rotala, these Sagittarius, I think a little bit of Bucephalandras, Eleocharis, and plant them in a new container. Okay, so let's take a look at the new container and let's start setting it up. So this is the container that I'm going to use. As you can see, it's got like a clasp and airtight cover, so it'll be very good, so we don't have a lot of evaporation, loss of water because of that. And I got the aquarium gravel here, and I also got the garden soil here. So it's just a matter of putting a layer, like an inch of gardening soil, and then we cover that with the aquarium gravel. That's pretty much the Walstad method. And here I got the plants that I will be using. Yeah, so we can see that we got the Sagittarius, this tuft of Eleocharis, and these Rotalas, this red Rotalas that I'm going to use. And I'm also going to be using this cutting, this Bucephalandra cutting here. This Bucephalandra, this type of Bucephalandra is actually a larger one. It grows big, but it also grows very slowly. So yeah, I'm going to feature it center stage, and when it becomes too big for the container, I'm just going to remove it and maybe change it or exchange it for a smaller Bucephalandra. Yeah, you can see that it's got the healthy roots over there. So it's going to be no problem for it to adapt to its new environment. So let's go ahead and fill the container. Put the gravel soil on. Sorry, the gravel soil, the aquarium gravel on, and then we'll start planting. So here we got the aquarium gravel and the soil ready. Now it's just a matter of evening it out so that we got all of the garden soil covered. That's one of the problems that can arise when it comes to the Walstad method. The first layer of aquarium gravel has got to be very, very well spread out, so you don't have any places where the gravel layer is thinner, and all of the nutrients from the gardening soil can leach out into the water column. So if that happens, what you start to see is that no matter how many times you change your water, you'll still have algae problems. You'll still have very cloudy water because of that excess nutrients that you have. So if you come from my bonsai channel, you're very familiar with the concept of fronts. When you're starting any project, any bonsai project, you gotta establish front. That's going to be the place that the whole project will be admired from. So in this case, I think this will be the front. This container in particular has also got some ridges that can be very unsightly. They can be ugly to look at, especially when you have plants and fish and small details that you want to be featured, like center stage. So we continue planning. We can see that the Heliocaris will be right there on the left side. We gently put the Rotalas and the other plants in the back. Maybe another one over here. Maybe I can prune this a little bit. Over here. And we also have Sagittarius over here. Another one over here. This is a very, very vigorous plant, I had never worked with it before, the Sagittaria, but I'm pleasantly surprised to see that it's very vigorous. It really, really helps you with the excess nutrients in the soil. Let's see. We got the Bucephalandra here. Like I said, this is going to be center stage. So we put it there. And I think the last thing that I'm going to do is add a couple of rocks. But, the main layout is this one. The light at this time of day is killing me, but, that's basically it. And, yeah. We'll just fill this up with water. Oh, it was just that the camera was also... and the settings of the camera were not the right ones. Sorry about that. But, that's the setup. The Bucephalandra is there. I've already placed the roots and put them inside of the soil. In this case, I just gently push them in so it can be coming into contact with the soil, with the aquarium gravel, and then the gardening soil. Yeah, so let's fill this up with water. Gently fill this up with water, and we'll call it a day. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And here's the end result. We started here, we end the recording here. So you can see that the water is super cloudy, but we get to see the main layout of plants. So we can see that at the back we got the Eliocharis, and we also have the Sagittaria and the Rotala. And here in the forefront we got the Bucephalandra, But like I said, this is super cloudy. So the lighting, very simple, LED light. This is basically what I use for all my plantings, terrariums, aquariums, and it's been working very, very well. This was given to me as a gift, but they're super, super inexpensive. They're very, very efficient, so I will recommend it definitely if you're starting out, growing aquarium plants, growing moss, all those nice things. You can definitely get away with it with a simple grow light. So like I said, it's super cloudy at the moment, and I haven't added, of course, any lab stock because I want the plants and the water quality to improve. But after a couple of days, you can add a couple of snails. In fact, you see that some of the plants had already a couple of stowaways. Yeah. So if those die, it won't be a problem, but they're so hardy and, so, so rude. Not rude, but what's the word? So hardy. That's the word, right? That I'm pretty sure they will thrive in this environment. They will eat the algae, and it will be a closed ecosystem. So sorry about the quality of the water. Sorry about the quality of the whole video. But yeah, it's something that you can definitely try out, and you get nice results. Like this one, right? This one has been planted for months now, and we can see that besides a couple of strands of hair algae, it's thriving and it's luscious and it's doing very, very well. Stegosaurus for scale. Okay, so I hope you really liked this video. If you have any comments, doubts, questions, anything about anything, terrariums, plants, aquariums, drop them down below. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.